Hi, welcome to Moments with Mimi, and today we're going to talk about the Tree of Knowledge. This is a special request from Patty, and I didn't forget you, Patty. I just had to look up some stuff, and I had to meditate on it too. So, once in the Bible, and it starts talking about man was made and life was breathed into him, and then a woman was drawn out of him. He's in the dream, and then they stop calling him man and woman, they call him Adam and Eve. And the tree is the tree of Gnosis, which is the Greek term for the ancient Hebrew word for knowledge. And to gain knowledge, you have to experience. So what you're doing in the Garden of Eden is you're just being the best human you can be. Thank you very much. The sun's shining, everything's wonderful. You don't think about those things at all. They just are. You're just being. You're just being a great little human. Do, 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 do. Cooking, I'm cooking, it's cooking. And then you became aware of being. Holy cow. Look at that big blue sky. Holy cow. That's warm. Man, that feels pretty good. Yeah. Uh-huh. Wow. Oh, wow. Ooh, this is great. So it's like an alien. Ever watch that show, Third Rock from the Sun? It's like that. Okay, they got into these human bodies. Oh, this is great. It's just like Third Rock from the Sun. I love that show. So now man is aware of being, okay? And he doesn't understand everything. He's just experiencing it. So he's experiencing light and dark and, touching and feeling and tasting like a little baby. He wants to put everything in his mouth and wants to stare at it forever. And, he's checking. He's a baby. He's checking it all out. Now, that's when you become aware of being. So, in order for you to become one with divine love, and the one that expresses divine love, which is the life principle, you have to experience. So in order to do that, the man had to go to sleep. Imagination shoved all of consciousness into his brain, everything that was or ever will be, and it split it in two. Half the side is operating system and all the apps you could ever want, or all the clip art you could ever think of. It's all right there. And then a blank drive. And you're filling that drive up, and that's the world. So what happens is, the story is, she's hanging out, Eve, and what was drawn out of Adam, Eve, is nature, the creative side. And so these two sides are, they're hanging out. Do, 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 do. And the snake is divine love and imagination. And it represents, experience in divine love, because you shed states of consciousness like a snake and grow. So knowledge is growth, because you become aware and you begin to learn. And there's two sides to the learning. There's the good side and the bad side, and you will experience both. You're a divine being, so you can't know what's going on. And that's why you get the blank side and everything else shoved into the subconscious. You don't think about breathing, you don't think about peeing, you don't think about eating. It just is. Okay? It just is. You breathe and you don't think about breathing. You look and you don't think about looking. You know, it's just how it is. Your body is kept alive. The life principle is making your heart beat, breaking down all the food, taking care of everything. Just taking care of everything. You cut yourself, you heal. It's taking care of everything. It's keeping you alive, the life principle. And then imagination, which in the physical world is in the pineal gland, sits on top of the brain, the two sides of man's brain. So man is learning to bring the two sides together, and he does that through divine love, which is imagination, drawing out of the subconscious the life principle and saying, let's rock, baby. And there's only one man, so he knows what everybody and everything are up to. There's only one imagination in that one man, and that's El Shaddai. And he's the one who's pulling all this stuff together. Okay? And that's you. There's only one. You're connected to that one, and you're as complete in this body as you are in the one. So the snake comes up, says, hey, want to be like us? You didn't say you were going to die. You're going to learn about it. You know, well, So God had said you can eat anything you want and have whatever you want, but you can't have this. Okay. That's a negative statement. So the temptation is, hey, he said we could eat anything we want but that. Wonder why. And that's the tree of knowledge. The word used, the verb used is why. Why? There's two sides to everything. So it's split in two. Right? You have to learn the good and the bad. So Eve, nature, the life principle, says, hey, let's eat this. What do you think? Hey, we're going to die if we eat that. Oh, no, come on. Do you want to live forever? And now they became aware of being. They became aware they were naked. They became aware there was wind. They became aware there was sun. They became aware that the rain made the water go into the rivers for them to drink. They became aware that the rain was cold. They became aware of being. And these things started coming, the rain, the seasons, the four. These four were set up, like Neville tells you, it's the four. East, south, north, west. Four. Rivers, four. The four sides. So, and what's a four-sided square? Right? It's a circle with a square and a triangle. That's the sign of the Masons. That's the symbol of the Masons. So this is what, you're going through. You're going around in a circle, and you're a square, traveling around the circle, and going up like a vortex, right? And what happens is the snake comes up, I'm going to tempt you, and he's not tempting, he's just pointing out, hey, check it out. You didn't say you're going to die. You're going to learn about it. Oh, so they bite it. And of course, it's a dream. So they think they've gone into the dream. Now they're aware of being. And hey, wait a minute. Everything was great. Now I'm aware of all this shit. So here comes consciousness. Imagination. Here comes the play. The play's the thing. Out, out. You'll crawl on your belly like a reptile. The highest thing of all will crawl on its belly, okay, and go out. And everybody will, I hate this snake, okay. And in objective land, that's pretty much true, you know. But in subjective land, the snake sheds its skin. Each time it learns, you shed a state of consciousness. Each time you learn. And then, in the end, you become the dragon. The unbeatable dragon. Okay? God and man are one. It's learning through experience. You learn through states of consciousness. That is how you experience things. You know? And what you don't realize is you weren't kicked out. Okay? That's the dream. So you can experience. And you're not really trapped in any way, shape, or form. That's the dream. That's the experience. The final bit of knowledge is to put down that bitter fruit and say, okay, you know what? I've learned and I know better. There is no good and there is no bad. And I'm just sick of it all. And I don't care anymore. And you know what? No. I love everybody. I'm not going to believe that. No. There's no way. People think children are evil. Give me a break. You know, they're children. They're little babies. Okay? You impress upon them what you believe. You know, they're just little children. And bless their hearts, they're beautiful little children. And no little children are harmed. And no little children are abused. And no one would do that. My goodness. And you cry for these little children in objective land, and they're not your children, but you're crying for them like they are your children. And then comes the moment. Are you ready to understand? And some will cry out, okay, I'm done with this. There's got to be a better way. This can't be what life's all about. What's it all about, Alfie? And that's when that snake comes up, wraps itself around you, which is the symbol for the American Medical Association, or Hippocrates, and wraps itself around you and lifts you up. And it starts showing you, come over here and look at the tree of life. It has these 12 fruits. The tree of life is also known as the Bodhi tree and is personified as the Buddha, the happy Buddha. Happy Buddha eats the 12 fruits of the tree of life. You think the story of Exodus is about Moses. But Moses is the imaginative side of Aaron. Aaron is his brother. Aaron speaks for him. It is through Aaron. You are Aaron. And Moses is your imagination and your consciousness. And you're finding your way back to divine love. And what happens is you're learning from the end back. From the end back. I'm in objective land and I'm working my way back to subjective land. I was in subjective land and then I became aware of, of all of it, and now I turned it into this because I was I'm learning, and I'm learning this and I'm learning that and I'm learning, and then you come to the point where you learn, wow, it's all photons, and I am the God particle that determines which outcome they go to. And it's because of love. And you even learn that backwards. It's, well, there's a scale of love and there's unconditional love, and that's 0. And that's no resistance. And, this to the right is love and to the left is hate. And in objective land, they call it, love, hate, and apathy. But in the subjective world, it's love, love, and no resistance, divine love. Okay, and you're working your way, doesn't matter which side you pick, whether it's the love of good or the love of bad, the love positive, the love negative, you're working your way back to zero, divine love. So when you bit into that fruit, that's literally you becoming aware. And now you and nature go out of the garden, which is you're just become aware. The garden hasn't changed, you've changed. You changed the way you saw something, the way you see something, the way you feel about something. And so the garden changed. And now you got to work your way back to Eden. And the way you work yourself back is going out there, experiencing stuff and loving it, appreciating that, somebody else loves that. That's wonderful. You don't have to hate on it. You, you dislike it, okay. But you don't hate it, okay, that's fine. But you love it, that's great. It's good enough for me. I don't like it, but that's okay. And, this is how it goes. And there comes a point where you say, I don't give a shit if you like it. That's not okay. It's not okay to be that way. It's not okay to do that. I know from experience. Okay? It's not good. Don't do that. And as we go out and procreate, and the church gets into that. Don't have sex unless you're going to procreate. And they're meaning children, physical children. And what that really means is, go out there and think, do stuff, have experiences. People will come. Why? Because they're being drawn out of your imagination, drawn out of your consciousness, drawn out of you. And they're going to be created so you can experience, and you can have this, and you can have that, and you can do this, and you can do that. Now, are you done? You want more? Which one? Pick one. And you're experiencing this stuff. So once you've done that, you've entered into a victim bully mode. You're choosing good or bad. And it's divine love. It's neither. It's divine love. Okay? And when you choose good, you're judging that something could be less than or better than yourself. And when you're choosing bad, you're judging that something could be less than or better than yourself. That's what you're doing. You're judging yourself. And you're projecting it out. So until you realize and gain the knowledge that everyone is projecting out, and this beautiful place has been made. The universe and everything in it is inside you, and it's being projected out. That's the forever that God put inside you so you wouldn't know what was going on. And then he went inside you and literally, it's a divine being inside this body. Feels trapped. And that's that victim bully state that once broken free and you surrender totally to divine love, that's it. Game over. Life is sweet, and then we'll just keep getting sweeter. And that's the story. And you can choose whatever state you want to experience good and evil, positive or negative. If you go running around thinking that, I gotta think positive, I gotta think positive, bad things are gonna happen to me, bad else, Yeah, because you believe in the positive. It's just another way of saying good and evil. Stop it. There is no good. There is no evil. It's all beautiful. And once you embrace and be, divine love, there is no evil that can come down on you. There is no bad. It's all love. And as Neville stated, he was shown the end. He didn't necessarily know all of it, he was shown all of it, just like Abraham was shown all of it. You're shown all of it. And he states in a couple of his lectures that someone will come after him that will explain it further. He can only explain it up to the point that he is allowed to explain it. This is your part in the story, Neville, and you're going to tell him it's all about imagination, and that's your part, and that it's love, and you tell them that. And of course, objective man, when he's fighting his way out of this, he hears that it's about imagination. Okay, life hack. That's all I gotta do. Blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, and didn't hear the love part. Okay, didn't hear that at all, because he's not ready to wake up. And anyone they have their role to play, their messages and gifts to give. That's okay. They also have, when someone shows up and starts saying, hey, it's divine love, you got to do divine love, they're going to come out and say it's positive versus, and stay away from negative and look at positive. I'm not telling you don't be positive, but I'm also saying don't deny the negative side, because now you're judging. You're eating that fruit. It's okay to have emotions. That's energy in motion. Just knowledge what it is, and use it appropriately. Don't use it to beat yourself up. Use it to raise yourself up. And if you're frustrated and angry, it's more like, get thee gone out of here. My gosh, be gone. Who invited you to this party? Nobody. Get out of here. I'm not going to think like that. I'm not thinking like that again. You got it? Be gone. And use it to bring yourself back to divine love. And this is why certain things will resonate with you. And that is where you are in your journey. These are the messages that you're being given. And, it's how you're going to see it. If you've already done the Matthew 4, 1 through 11, chapter 4, verses 1 through 11, then you're at the end of the road. You're cruising along. You've denied it, but it's still going to come up. Those moments when, something will come up to say, hey, what? And you just turn away from it. You're consistent. You become more and more consistent in your response. And the response is, yeah, right, okay. And you point it out. No, bless their hearts. And if they keep coming at it, and the universe, yeah, no, sweetheart, the universe not doing a thing. And you just, this has been the best universe it can be. It fills me up. That kind of thing is how you respond. So the knowledge is, is the pill. It's the pill in the matrix. And now you are aware of being. And you are working your way towards getting out of the rabbit hole. So I hope this helps. In the end, you surrender to divine love. That's what you do. You fill yourself up with it. Divine love is prosperous. Divine love is abundance. Divine love is love. Divine love is blessings. Divine love is wisdom. Divine love is good health. Divine love fills you up. So judging is taking your love away from something. You're not good enough. I'm taking, no, what? And then that's how the starts. So it's really about, you stopping and thinking, did I take my love away from them? Am I judging? Oh man. Because, people do that and they get whipped up. And one of the things that you're witnessing is it's not individuals anymore, it's groups. And then it's not even groups anymore, it's these organizations that are promoting, and they're just the objective world. Bless them. That's just the Tower of Babel, and all the knowledge has been placed into the internet, and sooner or later the library is going to burn down. And that's because objective man is trying to control the world from the outside, and that just doesn't happen. It all happens from the inside, and it does not project itself out in the way that objective man sees it. That's literally sowing the seeds of your own destruction, because you're judging. It's judging. And you'll build these things and do these things, and then judging. And the ones who built it and did it, are judging more than they were before. And they were positive, but then it, had to go see the other side. And that's just the way it is. So all these Tower of Babels fall down. And man goes out and, makes his own language, makes his own words, and does it again. And this is the problem. The words you use may not be the words I use, but the feelings are the same. The feelings are the same. So, something to think about. I know this was a long one, and I hope you made it through to the end here. Blessings to you. It's all about love. Fill yourself up with love, and I mean that literally. I mean that literally. I'm not just saying, cutesy things, oh, feel the love. No, I mean literally. Think about love filling you up. Bang. Send your love to others. There is no other. They're you in another costume. You've been judging yourself. Give them love. Release them. Release that third party person that you made to show you that you don't love you, and that you took your love away from the husband that you made, and that divine love and imagination made for you, and you rejected it. You judged yourself. Now embrace yourself and love yourself, and know that you've always been that. You've just been fooling yourself, listening to that trickster. Gotta love him. You do. You just gotta love him. Think of Crowley. You just gotta love him. Blessings to you. I hope this helps. I hope this helps you in some way. And, thank you for being you. And if you need more, you just put a comment down below and I'll make another moment with Mimi. Take care, and no, I don't care what you say or do. I love you. Thank you. Thank you for being you.